Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today we are delving into one of the most impactful global economic stories of 2025, the new wave of tariffs introduced by US President Donald Trump. From steel to semiconductors, from India to China, we are covering everything you need to know, complete with a timeline and with the future might hold. Let's get started.
National emergency that threatens our security and our very way of life. It's a very great threat to our country. And for these reasons, starting tomorrow, the United States will implement reciprocal tariffs on other nations. Great threat to our country.
Timeline of US tariff actions. Here is a breakdown of these key tariff related events in 2025. Starting with February 3rd, President Trump announces a 30-day delay in imposing 25% tariffs on imports from Mexico and Canada, following agreements to enhance border security measures. On February 7th, the administration pauses tariffs on millions of low-value packages arriving from China to allow federal agencies time to develop systems for processing these shipments. February 27th, Trump ends the pause on tariffs for Canada and Mexico, imposing 25% tariffs on most imports from these countries, starting March 4th. March 4th, a 20% tariff on Chinese imports goes into effect. March 12th, the US imposes a 25% tariffs on all imported steel and aluminum. March 27th, 25% tariffs on imported cars is announced, impacting on major automakers in Japan, Germany, and Korea. April 9th, Trump announces a 90-day pause on most global tariffs, excluding those on China, to elevate market volatility and provide an opportunity for further trade negotiations. On April 14th, President suggests potential temporary exceptions for the auto industries for tariffs to allow car makers time to adjust their supply chain. Let's look at the country-specific tariff details. Here is how the new country-specific tariffs break down. On top of the 10% baseline, China 34%, Vietnam 46%, India 26%, Japan 24%, Europe 20%, Thailand 36%, South Korea 25%, UK 10%, Brazil 10%, Cambodia 49%. These tariffs cover a wide range of products including consumer electronics, pharmaceuticals, and semiconductors. Economic impact in the US. Let's discuss the domestic economic implications. Inflation. Inflation is projected to rise to 2.8% in 2025 due to increased imports cost. GDP. Economic growth is expected to slow down from 2.8% in 2024 to 2.2% in 2025. Retail. Major retailers have increased prices by up to 150% on some of imported goods. Automobile and tech. Prices on cars, smartphones, and laptops are climbing rapidly. Small businesses and online retailers are also facing challenges with changes to import thresholds and custom delays. Let's look at the global responses. International reactions have been swift. Canada retaliated with 25% tariffs on US goods, including orange juice and motorcycles. Mexico introduced both tariffs and trade restrictions. India engaged in discussions to finalize a trade deal within the 90-day pause on tariff increases. aiming to reduce tariffs on over half of American imports. China. Trade volume within the US is expected to fall by 80% this year, signaling potential decoupling of the two economies. So what to expect next? So what's next? Legal battles. Small US businesses are suing over the tariffs, calling them unconstitutional. Supply chain shifts. Companies are considering moving productions out of China, but options like Vietnam and India are also being hit with tariffs. Policy adjustments. The Biden administration in 2020 started some of these policies, but now, under Trump, they have been intensified. With electronics on the horizon again, more changes will come soon. 90-day pause. Most tariffs are paused until July, except those on China, which remains in full effect. China tensions. Beijing is warning countries against aligning too closely with US trade moves. Legal pushbacks. US businesses are suing over the tariffs, challenging Trump's executive authority. India trade talks. India is negotiating a deal that will cut tariffs on over 50% of American imports. Well, in short, these tariffs are reshaping not just American trade, but the global economy. Whether you are a consumer, a business owner, or just trying to understand how the world is shifting, this matters. If you found this video helpful, give it a thumbs up, subscribe for more global economic updates, and drop your thoughts in the comments. Are these tariffs helping or hurting the economy? Thanks for watching and stay informed. Assalamu alaikum. Peace out.